big relief there. Big relief. The primer bulb is no longer going flat on it. Motor sounds great again. Water test number 2. Old Evinrude is making us chase our tails a little bit, but all right, YouTube, we're back working on the boat. Salty Crouton here. Today we're gonna figure out, or try and figure out, what's going on with this motor. We're going to AutoZone right now, getting a compression test tool, pull all the spark plugs out of it. We're gonna do a compression test. Let's go what we're gonna do first. We're gonna make sure the motor's not completely blown up and go from there. I do think we have a possible fuel line issue with the ball getting sucked flat. I think there might be a blockage somewhere in the tank, in the filter, somewhere in the line between the primer ball and the fuel tank. So we're gonna try and pull that apart today and figure that out as well. Stay tuned, find out what happens. It is extremely hot outside Florida right now in July, end of July, and working on this thing in the sun, no shade. It's gonna be tough, but gonna try and get it done. So we're on our way to AutoZone right now. Let's go. All right, so got a compressor test for AutoZone, 44 bucks. It's a rental. Once I give it back, get my $44 back. Basically, pull the cowling off. We're going to pull out all the spark plugs, all 6. Once they're all out, we're gonna go full throttle in neutral up there, and then we're gonna crank the key until this joker stops ticking, and then we know our compression. We're gonna do that for each cylinder, make sure they're all even within range, make sure this motor's good before we put any more money into or work into this thing, trying to figure out the issue. So here we go. All right, got all the spark plugs out. Got our compression tester. Top left, we're gonna do this left side first, top to bottom. We're gonna go to the right side, top to bottom there. Checking out the spark plugs here, they all look pretty good. All gapped, same. The left side is definitely a little bit darker and dirtier than the right side over here. I'm not sure what that's all about, but see what we get on compression. All right, got all cylinders checked compression wise. We're between 110 and 115 in all 6. So big relief there. Big relief. Hopefully just a fuel issue. Let's go ahead and dive in further, see if we can figure out why she was running bad. Compression's good, motor sounds good, not making those noises it was making the other day. However, the ball is getting sucked flat. So we're gonna do some research. Oh, that camera stopped recording, but yeah, gonna do some research. We're gonna check the anti-siphon valve coming off the pickup tube. We're gonna check the pickup tube itself and make sure that's not clogged, and we're gonna check the fuel filter, water separator, make sure everything looks good, make sure everything looks good there. So yeah, let's get into this research. All right, YouTube, it is officially the next day. We worked on this thing for a few hours yesterday, and we think we got the problem fixed. Unfortunately, we had to do something in the evening, so we couldn't get completely done or fully test it, but we did run the motor on the hose. Motor sounds great again, and the primer bulb is no longer going flat on us. And what did we do to fix that? We changed the anti-siphon valve on the pickup tube. We think that failed and was causing a restriction in our fuel flow, but we swapped that out. Now everything appears to be working good. So we're gonna do our second test today. Let's hope it goes well. Let's hope we don't break down this time. And yeah, we're gonna get the boat ready and then go put it in the water. This is my access hatch to my fuel tank. I'll show you guys the anti-siphon valve I changed out. Don't mind the dirty console. The inside of the console is not finished yet, but there it is right there. So that's our pickup tube. There's our sending unit over there and our fill off the back. But the fitting that the hose goes onto screws into that little square there, and inside there's a ball and a spring, and that ball and spring is the anti-siphon valve. And if that fails, You can kind of hear it rattling. I heard it rattling, but I had no idea what it was. I know now, and that's what failed and was causing a flow restriction for us. So unscrewed that, swapped in a new anti-siphon fitting, and hooked the hose back up, and it seems to have cleared up all of our issues. Just got the boat hooked up to the truck. We're going to the ramp, water test number 2. Let's hope we figured out the issues. I was just thinking about a couple things that I'd like to mention here. First off, that is a brand new Moeller fuel tank in the boat, and to have that anti-siphon fitting cause me that much issue right out the gate on a brand new fuel tank is some BS to me. It tells me that Moeller is using cheap parts in their fuel tanks. I don't really like that. So take that into consideration if you're thinking about buying one of their fuel tanks. Another thing, I'm an idiot, and I finally thought of the word I was trying to think of yesterday when I was saying research. Troubleshooting. Yep, I was troubleshooting problems yesterday, not doing research. But anyhow, we're heading to the ramp. Hopefully the boat runs great this time. See you. Alright, got the boat in the water. Let's hope she fires up. So, just dropped the boat in the water. We were at the boat ramp for approximately 5 minutes. Motor started up, sounded fine idling. But when I pulled it off the trailer, I felt it bogged down in reverse. And then when I was pulling it around to the other dock, I gave it a little gas just to give it a little test. Once again, no power, bogging down. Motor started shaking, running rough, and had no power whatsoever. So, although I do think the anti-siphon valve did solve our primer bulb issue with it going flat, because the bulb was good just now, and every time I've ran it since I changed that out, we have another issue apparently. So I think the next thing to try is going to be a fuel pump, and hopefully that fixes it. But we will see. Stay tuned. The old Evinrude is making us chase our tails a little bit, but hopefully we get it figured out. So heading back to the house now. All right, so after talking to the man himself, Tony's Marine, we decided that it'd be best to clean and rebuild the carbs. So we got the 3 over here taken off, got them in our bags here, numbered 1, 2, 3. Just putting them in the bag for now until we get the rebuild kit with all the gaskets and new bowls. These are plastic carburetors, so I already found one with a crack in the bowl, and Tony says that that's pretty normal on these plastic carburetors. Horrible design that they're plastic and they crack from being in the sun and getting brittle and getting old. So I already found an issue on one of them. Let's see what else we can find. Removing these is pretty easy. You got 4 of these bolts right here, 1, 2 more on the other side, and then these 2 screws here, and they pop right off. This one looks like it's going to be a little different because we have this fuse bracket here on top, but going to go ahead and continue to get these removed, and when we get to cleaning and fixing them up, we'll bring you along for that as well. So all right, so we got all the carbs pulled off the motor, and I think I'm going to end off this video here. Next video, hopefully we'll be cleaning the carbs and putting them back on the motor and then doing another test. Hopefully this solves our issues. But yeah, if you watch the videos to this whole point, thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and remember, never regret a day in your life. Always trust God's plan. Until next time, see ya.